Hi, I'm Matt from ISGF, and I'd like to welcome you to Job Seeker's Secret Sauce. In today's episode, we will chat about how to master the job interview handshake. This small, often overlooked part of a job interview can make or break a candidate's consideration with a prospective employer. A handshake is often one of the first impressions that decision makers will have when meeting a potential hire. Most candidates are shocked that such a small and trivial action can have such a negative impact if done incorrectly. So, I'm here to help you make sure that something so simple is not the reason you are ruled out. Let's talk about what the perfect handshake looks like. You should be firmly grasping their hand and having the webbing of your thumb meet theirs. Ensure you're approaching with your hand in a vertical position so you're meeting them halfway and not tilting it upwards or downwards. You want to be making eye contact for the entirety of the handshake and smile whilst introducing yourself. The shake itself should be a total of 2 seconds, and that is how to perform the perfect handshake. Let's have a quick chat about some common mistakes. Not standing while shaking someone's hand. This one's a big one. If you're introducing yourself, you should be standing. If you are sitting in an interview room and hiring managers enter, make sure to stand up and greet each person with a handshake, which takes us to our next point. Greeting each individual person in your interview process. There's no quicker way to disqualify yourself than to ignore a decision maker. It shows a lack of respect and can immediately predetermine the end result of that interview. Dry your hands. I get it, interviews are nerve-wracking, and sometimes when people get nervous, they can get warm and their hands begin to perspire. Make sure that before you're standing up, you're taking a quick second to dry your hands on your pants. Also, don't rip their hand off. When I mentioned earlier about a handshake being firm, I meant firm enough so that it doesn't feel like a limp fish, but not strong enough that you're coming home with an extra hand. And finally, keep it simple. Don't try and make a show of the handshake. It's a very subtle action, so keeping it firm but basic is best practice. And that, my friends, is it for today's Job Seeker's Secret Sauce. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to ISGF, follow us on our social media channels, and drop a comment on how this tip helped you down below.